Okay, we're looking at the new Anker Soundcore Rave Neo. So this is the third Rave speaker they've had. They had the Rave, which is the big one, the Rave Mini, which is smaller, and then now the Rave Neo. So they're continuously making them smaller, which is interesting. A lot of times they go the other way, making them bigger. But the Rave Neo is basically like a smaller version of the Mini that eliminated the bottom fake looking driver, because the Rave Mini had a second tweeter down here that was fake. So they've eliminated that, went with one woofer and one tweeter. Now the speaker itself, it's a 50 watt system. The Rave Mini was 80, and it says up to 18 hours of battery life. That's going to be optimistic, of course. And it does have IPX7, so it is fully waterproof. You can submerge it, and they've got Bluetooth 5.0 on this one, and it also charges with USB-C. Whereas the Rave Mini, it had its own proprietary charging cable, so that's a plus that you don't have to mess with that, and it's using USB-C. And you can link up to 100 of these speakers together wirelessly. That's what they say. That would be crazy. I've never understood why any of them will let you pair up to that many. I've never seen it done. And it does have beat-driven lights. You can adjust the lights, and I'll get into that in a little bit, because the Soundcore app that you can use on this, it's a little bit different than with the Rave Mini. Why the Rave Mini, why they didn't update it to be like what it is for the Rave Neo, I don't know, but it's an improvement. We'll get to that in a little bit. As far as the handle goes, you can see it's got a kind of a cloth feeling type handle. Getting to the controls, a little bit different than the Rave Mini. Here you have your battery life. Now I don't know if I've got a defective one or what, but it's got 4 lights for battery, and the first one, because it goes this way with it as your battery power goes down, the first one's not lit. So I don't know if it gets down to the first one, if it lights up something, I don't know. Haven't got that far yet. Your bass up button, your light modes, that is to chain your wireless speakers together. Your Bluetooth button, volume up and down, and your Soundcore logo is basically your play pause. If you hit that twice, it'll go forward a track. If you hit it 3 times, it'll go back a track. Looking at the back of the speaker, as you can see, there's some Soundcore branding. Now, unlike the Mini, this speaker does not have rubber feet on the sides. It's more like the Trance, where the handle is sticking out on the side, so there's no rubber feet on the side to lay it on its side, so it's not meant to lay it on its side. Down here you can see there's a USB-C, a USB-A for charging and playing off of a flash drive. It'll play music off of a flash drive, thumb drive, USB drive, and a port for your 3.5 millimeter cable for wired use. As you can see, it's not really a very wide speaker. It's a little bit wider at the bottom than at the top. And you can kind of see on the back there too, the opening there. So the entire back, there's a passive radiator behind this cover. Very similar to the Soundcore Rave Mini, which had the same type of deal. Let's see what it looks like next to the Rave Mini. So here are the two speakers together. As you can see, the Rave Neo is smaller. It's not a huge difference. I mean, it's not as deep either, but it's still pretty heavy as far as carrying it around. The Rave Neo is. And like I said, the app is improved, and I'll show that before we get into the sound. Now on the Soundcore app, this is for the Android, you see there's the Rave Neo, and if you're familiar with the Rave Mini, it's a little bit different because you got your lights here, but then down here you have equalizer, and it has a custom option. Now it also has, as you can see, presets of outdoor and indoor, which on the Rave Mini, that's what you get. There's only two choices of outdoor and indoor, but this actually shows a graph of how the frequency response will be. As you can see, outdoor, it's got a little more mids and kind of a mid-treble hump, whereas the outdoor mode has the lower mids and that has a bigger hump, or actually it's lower than it goes to a bigger hump. So you can also go to bang, which is basically increases everything compared to the other ones. But if you go to custom, then you have a 9-band EQ. This is how I have it set. You know, it could vary as far as what's good and what's not to your ear. But anyway, it does have that, and then of course it has your light modes, and it has some different light modes: Neon City, Full Moon Party, Jazz Bar, Blue Moon Cafe, Street Fiesta. So these are not the same as on the Rave Mini. And as you can also see, you can go rotation or radiation. So basically what a rotation means is it just goes around in a circle, and radiation, it kind of goes kind of like the lights on an old EQ from bottom to top. So anyway, that's an improvement. In my opinion, that's a big improvement on the EQ option, having an actual EQ. Why the Rave Mini doesn't have that, I tried to update it, make sure it was on the most current firmware and all that, and it is, and that does not have that. I don't know if they're going to do that with the Rave Mini soon or down the road, but that would be a big improvement, being able to have a built-in EQ. Of course, you can use a third-party EQ on your phone or tablet or what have you, but it's nice to have that in the app where you can actually set the EQ how you like it, and it being a 9-band. Some of the other competitors like Sony, in their app, it has a 3-band, basically just bass, treble, and mids, and it's not very good. It doesn't work very good. I don't even usually use it. I use the third-party EQ because I like to have at least 7 bands or more to tailor the sound better. Just bass, treble, and mids doesn't really work that well. So anyway, let's check out a sound test on this baby and see how it compares to the Soundcore Rave Mini. So we will do this with both the Rave Mini and the Rave Neo in the outdoor mode with the bass boost on. So that way both speakers will have the same settings. So that way it's an equal playing field as far as the sound goes. Anyway, we'll start with 60% volume. Here we go.
Check this out. Yeah. Check this out. Check this out. The party's going on, y'all. Bootleg Booty Mix 9-7. DJ Smurf and Freestyle D. Yeah, check this out. My name is Freak Nasty. And you know I can't let it pass. You know what I'm saying. Check it out. If you ain't freaking, 12 gauge and I definitely ain't freaking. But if you are freaking, 12 gauge got something to tell you right now. All the people just yeah. This that new joint. Well, let me see you freak out by my man 12 gauge. You know what I'm saying? You hearing it first right here on the Bootleg Boom Mix 97. But I want y'all to run out and get a copy of this joint. Check it out. Giving a shout out to Power Records. Check it out. Drop it down, scrub the ground, make that freak sound. Cause girl, I wanna see you climb. I wanna see that booty bounce. I once got busy with a big bone freak that was built like 40 ounce. So don't hold back, girl, let's step up on the dance floor, the freak show. So do whatever you feel, don't front, keep it real, and show me your freak out skills. Freak out. All the people just don't let me see you. Get on the floor and dance. Everybody just, all the people just don't let me.
going to run through the different EQ modes so you can kind of get an idea of what exactly it sounds like. So right now it's on outdoor mode, and we'll go through the different ones. And we'll just play it at 60%. So this is outdoor mode. Indoor mode. Until it gets quieter. Bang mode. Everything increases. Outdoor mode. Indoor. Bang. My custom. Bang. Indoor. Outdoor. Custom. I'll leave it there on custom. Now I'll cycle through some of the light modes for you. Okay, this is Neon City is what it's on right now, and you have different color choices, but only 3 different multiple color choices. This is on radiation. That is rotation, where it goes more in a circular pattern. This is Full Moon Party in radiation mode. That's rotation mode. That's Jazz Bar in rotation mode. That's radiation mode. And there are different colors. There's 3 preset colors, and there's multiple colors in the 3 choices. You don't get to pick individual ones through this part anyway. Blue Moon Cafe. It doesn't give you a choice, it just goes in a circular pattern. Street Fiesta also doesn't give you a choice of rotation or radiation. So those are the preset light modes. So that's the Soundcore Rave Neo, and my impressions of the speaker are I think it's a really good speaker. Basically, they took the Rave Mini, and I think they improved the sound quality overall. In my review on the Rave Mini, I had said before that it had a kind of a dirty sound to it. And if I listen to the 2 speakers compared to each other, the Rave Neo seems to have a little cleaner sound with a little bit more detail. It's still not the most detailed or clean sounding speaker in the mids and highs, but they did improve upon it compared to the Rave Mini. And the Rave Mini, the bass is a little stronger than it is compared to the Rave Neo, but the Rave Neo bass, while it still has good bass response for its size, it has a little cleaner sounding bass, a little tighter sound, a little more accurate, whereas the Mini, the bass is a little bit bloated sounding, a little on the boomy side. So you kind of sacrifice quality for quantity bass-wise with the Mini. Now, obviously a big advantage too, like I had said before, to me anyway, is the Neo has the 9-band EQ in the Soundcore app, while the Mini does not. And I don't know if they're going to change that down the road for the Mini or what have you, but as of right now, I think that's a big advantage. And the USB-C charging, so you don't have to mess with the proprietary cable brick like you do with the Mini. So both speakers right now, as far as this is concerned, as of this filming, are $9,900. Basically $99 for the Neo and the Rave Mini has been $100 on Walmart's website for quite a while. So with both speakers being even the same price, I would pick the Neo. It's a little smaller, it's a little bit lighter, and it has those advantages I talked about. So anyway, that's my impression of the speaker. Everybody has their own opinion. You can tell me what you think down in the comments section. There's no right or wrong on this one. We'll catch you at the next one. Everybody stay safe. I'm out.